Yes, so good day and welcome once again to Talk Your Talk. It's always a pleasure being here. I'm always happy to be here. Now, today, I'm going to talk about something that maybe you are aware, maybe you are not, but I do believe that in everything there is a lesson. And we have to learn to look at the words of our Elohim and apply it in our lives in every way, because everything that is written in the holy book, there is a lesson to teach you, to train you, to make you the man you're supposed to be in serving our Elohim. Now I'm going to speak on the subject of we are many. Okay, we are legion, we are many, in reference to demons. Now what a lot of us doesn't realize is that there is a lot of demons and wickedness existing in this earth, in and around us, okay, on a daily basis, okay, and they affect our life in many different ways. Like the scripture said that we didn't come here to fight flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places and low places and stuff like that. That's demons, that is forces, that is wickedness existing in our atmosphere. It's like a serious virus. That is how those demons function. They always need a host to deal with. They always need some form of employment. That is why they are raging so much across the face of the earth and infecting people's lives and everything like that. Okay, but the day will come when they will all end up in the trash anyway. But let me explain this to you while we are here. This video, I hope that it don't take too long. I wouldn't like it to take too long, because I want it to be short and precise. I want you to understand it and you could apply it in your lives. You can observe and apply it in your life. Now, let us take a look at a scripture here. And that scripture is Mark. We'll take it from Mark 5, right? I will read from verse 1, right? Now we might go all the way up to about 9, I think, but let us begin. And they came over onto the other side of the sea, into the country of Gadarenes. Now we are speaking about Yahuah and his disciples, right? And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit. A man with an unclean spirit. And with this unclean spirit, is like he's saying that there is one unclean spirit. But let us proceed. Who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains. They cannot, or they couldn't hold him down, because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the fetters broken in pieces. Neither could any man tame him. And always, night and day, he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones. But when he saw Yahuah afar, he ran and worshipped him, and cried with a loud voice and said, What have I to do with thee, Yahuah, thou Son of the Most High Yah? I adjure thee by Yah that thou torment me not. For he said unto him, Come out of the man. That is Yahuah speak unto the unclean spirits. Thou unclean spirit. And he said unto him, What is thy name? And he answered, saying, My name is Legion, for we are many. And he besought him much that he would not send him away out of the country. Now there was There nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding, swine, pig, that you're not supposed to eat. Right? And all the devils besought him, saying, send us into the swine, and send us into the swine, that we may enter into them. Okay? And forthwith Yahushua gave them leave, and the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine. And the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea. Well, there are about 2,000, right? So they end up in the sea. Now, the whole idea is not about the swine. The scripture currently is about we are legion, right? That is the demonic forces that exist. Now, as I said, you need to apply the scriptures in your life. You have to see where it fits in, because everything that happens on a daily basis in your life, you could find some reference to it in the Holy Scriptures. Okay, and at a time like now, where the world is filled with so much confusion and conflicts and disease and stuff, now is the ideal time to look at the scriptures really closely and see how it applies to your life. Okay, now think about it for a moment. I see these things happen on not maybe a daily basis, but constantly. Now, typical example, there are times when somebody say something like, sometime when you don't have luck, toilet paper will cut you. Sometimes you hear people say it never rains but it pours. Things just like happen. Okay, and somebody might say, wow, look as though like I don't have luck at all. People say that. Oh, people say these kind of things in reference to the experiences. And sometimes you notice that you might be in conflict with somebody, like somebody might find themselves in conflict with you, because most of the time that is how things happen. So you and somebody might have some disagreement, and then you leave it like that, don't thinking about it at the moment, and then you go down the road and you find that this other person, just for whatever reason, they just have a conflict with you again. You walk a next distance and this person, so it's like everything just constantly just happening, wrong after wrong after wrong after wrong after wrong. And most of the time it just begins with one person. Sometimes say something, they give a statement, and they let all these demonic forces into your life. And then as you go on, this thing is contagious. So when you meet this person get infected, because this person are receptive to that force against you. And when that happens, this person attacks you again, and then this other person attacks you, and you realize that your life just gonna spiral of just confusion and just confusion. That is demonic forces. You see, those things are demonic forces. Those things are legions. They are not one. It's not one person that is attacking you, and before you know what is happening, it seems as though everybody are attacking you. You see, we have to understand those things. And when these things happen, you don't have to say that you don't have luck. You don't have to say things like that. You don't have to pull these negatives upon yourself. You have to have the knowledge and the understanding to know these are wickedness in effect. These are wickedness in action. These are demonic forces. Remember the scriptures. We are legion. We are many. We are not one. So when one attack you and you think it's one person attack you, then this other person have a demon in them waiting, of the same group of in the legion waiting to attack you also. So anywhere you go, it seems as though these demons are there, recognizing that you are in war with their partner. So what happens? They attacks you also. You understand what I'm saying? So when these things happen in your life, you don't get frustrated because they cause you frustration anyway. but you don't give in to those frustration and those self-destructive thoughts that might come your way. If you have the scripture say, for the lack of knowledge my people perish, but if you have the knowledge and the understanding, you'll recognize where these things coming from. Most people become so frustrated that they commit suicide. They just screw themselves up their whole life because of those demonic forces. But then if you have a clear knowledge about who these things are, who those people are, those demons, the forces that attack you, once you have this clear knowledge of it, what would happen is that you'll be able to know where you could get the remedy, the cure for those demons. And the only cure for those demons are in Yahushua HaMashiach. And the Most High, our Father, we call unto the Father through His Son, and then He will kill that demonic forces that is attacking you at this point in time. You see? And once that happens, then He will cast them in the garbage, because you have no need to be in the garbage. So He will cast them away from you, those unclean spirits, because they constantly appear in your life every day. You see? And what is happening now? They rage across the earth. Men cannot hold them down. You see, that's the thing about it. You have to understand that you doesn't actually have the power in you to deal with that. That is why a lot of people when things like that happen, they get so weak and so weary. They don't know where to look for the solution to that problem. They kill themselves, because those demons are there cutting up themselves in the tombs and all over the place. So it's total frustration. So that is what they do. So when they infect you, if you doesn't know how to get rid of them, you self-destruct. You start calling down, you don't have no luck on you. You start calling down, well, everything just going wrong, and you start calling down that because you doesn't have a solution to the problem. But there is always a solution to the problem, and that solution would always be Yahushua HaMashiach, because the scriptures say that every knee shall bow. When it comes to Yahushua, every knee must bow. There is no two ways about it. You must bow. You must humble yourself. You must realize that those demons, you must realize that they have absolutely no power in front of Yahushua. You understand? So once you realize that, once you have the knowledge, the understanding, the wisdom about that, then you know when situations like that happen, you know exactly where you're going to. Yahushua, let me tell you something. There are times when I feel that way. There are times when I feel like everything is wrong. There are times I feel like everybody's against me. Yes, it does happen. There are times when everybody wrongs me. You understand? Like, they pick on you. It's like everybody. It's like, you go here and this person have basically the same thing to say to you, or the same reaction to you based on what somebody else had before, maybe an hour before, maybe half an hour before. They have the same reaction. And when I look at it, I say, but wait, these people go to the same school. But then when I look into the scripture and I see what is happening, I say, no, these people are infested with demons. It's like a virus. This thing is contagious. And some people just bring it into your life. And with this thing, they're out in the air. So they recognize you. One recognize one. So anywhere you go, they know, okay, well, this one, you are the person who are in conflict with my friend up the road. This is another demon. And it constantly infecting everybody. And what I realized too is that people who are demonic possessed always look for other people, you understand, to infect. You might be in conflict with this person. I'm talking about physically now. And this person will look for other people to be in conflict with you physically, because that is what the demons are doing to them. So if they could reach along to this other person and infect them and tell you, well, this person is this person go and tell his other friend. That is demonic possession. And I know that you all experience that, but most of you doesn't understand where it springs from. Most of you doesn't really understand. You look at it like, oh, just confusion everybody. No, those people are demon possessed. You see, so you have to understand that. That is why the scriptures say in everything you have to acknowledge your Father. If you read like Proverbs 3:6, in everything we have to do that. We have to acknowledge the Father. We have to acknowledge that in everything. You must. Every walk of your life you have to acknowledge him, because if you don't, you will get caught up you will get caught up in such a way in this world and this mess that is spiraling out of control. You will get caught up in this storm and confusion that you wouldn't even know how to think. You'll be like a demon, like you just have absolutely no control over your life. You see, when these things happen, it brings storms into your life. It brings confusion, frustration, conflicts, just like you're running through the tomb. You're here, you're there, you're raging, you're all over the place. You don't know where to settle. You cannot settle. You see? But then once, as I said, you know, and you look towards Yahushua HaMashiach, you look towards the Father in heaven, you find peace, because Yahushua is the one who has the power to deal with that. And with that, you could live each and every day with your eyes open. You will see them from afar. Yes, you will see them. You will see those demons. You will see how they come in. The minute time they start, you will recognize them. And then you just put the Father in front. Let him deal with it. You put the power of Yahushua HaMashiach in front of you to deal with it. And that is how you go about your life. That is how you should go about your life. Life is not like currently as a bed of roses. You will not find it every day. Everything will be smooth. That could never happen on this world today. And once you serving our Elohim, your life would never be at peace and quiet on this face of the earth as it is right now. You will always be at war. That is why you always have to be alert of everything that is happening around you, because it will be a constant war. Trust me, they just wouldn't stop. Every time you think you will take a rest and you'll take a 5, the war start again. I've seen that. I'm seeing that happening like every living day. Every time you think, okay, well, you know, things can, no, there is no, you just would not sleep, you would not slumber. That is just it. You have to always be alert and ready to go, because they never stop. They never stop. Sometimes you could be just sitting here, just being quiet, and all of a sudden some wicked thought just try to enter your mind. You have to be aware of that too, to deal with that. So you have to be dealing with it in and out, in and out. You have to be in and out. You go in, is the same thing. You go out, is the same thing. You have to be on the ball constantly. And the only how you could get that victory, the only how you could win that victory, the only how you could walk with certainty, the only how you could walk with uprightness, is through Yahushua HaMashiach. No how. There is no other ways in which you could walk uprightly and that comfort in your mind on the face of the earth except with Yahushua HaMashiach. There is no other way. And I will tell you this, as long as you decide to serve our Elohim, trust me, once you make that decision, you make that first step, there are a lot of things you'll start losing. Friends, families, well, just name it. You'll just start losing all those things that is insignificant in your life. You'll start seeing things for what it truly is. That time you wouldn't have to be fighting for your material things. That time you'll be entering a battle for your soul. That is the only battle worth fighting right now. Brothers and sisters, if you listen to this thing, peace and love. Be at peace, be blessed. Walk in the path of Yahuah. Yahuah say, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father except through me. Alright? People, the scripture said, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Serve Yahuah and keep his commandment. For that is the only duty of man. That is all you need to do. Peace.